This is Amy with This Wholehearted Life, and if you saw my last video, I was in Tennessee, and I had intended on just making one Tennessee video, but there were so many cool things that I saw along the way. I didn't want to cut any of it out. Like, I wanted to be able to show you the things that stuck out to me. So you're getting a part 2 for my Tennessee trip. So stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through the different places that I got to go and show you some of the really cool items I saw and furniture and things like that. So you're getting a part 1. If you missed part 2, I'll be sure to link it below. I mean, if you missed part 1, this is going to be part 2. If you missed part 1, be sure to check that one out as well, and I will link it down below. Hey y'all, so I'm on the road and I'm in Tennessee, and I looked up a couple thrift shops, and I saw this place called Karm, I think. There were multiple, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna go in. It looks pretty big. It says it says donate, shop, volunteer. So I don't know what their mission is or anything like that, but I've never been here before, so I thought I would just check it out and bring you along. Let's see if we can find anything good, and I'll let you know. I'll show you around. Okay, so this is a huge, huge thrift store, and they had it was really nicely organized, great categories, and some beautiful pieces. I'm going to walk around with you and show you all the special things that caught my eye. One thing I'll mention is that I've said this in other videos, but in case you missed those, is one thing I love to do when I'm traveling and I stop in a thrift store is I look through their t-shirts and even like mugs or magnets, those kinds of things that will be a souvenir you can bring home with you for your family or for yourself to remember your trip, while also not having to spend the same amount of money you would if you were stopping to buy a normal gift at a retail shop as a souvenir. I love this little rocker. It looked very special, solid wood, really well made, but it was costly, even for secondhand. I thought it was a little bit high, so I left it behind, but it did catch my eye and I wanted to show it to you. And then I don't know if you guys remember these Reader Digest books. I had forgotten about those, but I do remember my parents getting them when I was a kid. Guys, I just want to stop the video and ask personally, from me, will you subscribe to our channel? Get to know our family, get to know our story. I don't share this a ton on our channel, but we are a family that has grown through adoption. I share that a lot, but if you haven't, some of my videos I've never mentioned this, but we lost a child in 2016. And so if you want to know more about that, it's called Hudson's Story on our channel. You can see a little bit about our strong boy's fight with heart disease. But I just want to be a voice of advocacy for families walking through hard things, specifically if their child has had a diagnosis of heart disease or child loss of any sort, from miscarriage on to adult, children that are adults that have passed away. Like, that's something that I feel like I really want to be a voice of hope in that arena. And so anyway, so I would love for you to stick around our channel, get to know me, get to know our family, come thrifting with me, watch us build our home, and all of the things that are happening. So, and definitely stick around for the thrifting, because there's new thrifting stuff every single week. All right, guys. I'm a complete sucker for old boxes and bins and containers that I know that I can somehow use for storage. So this one caught my eye for sure. It was in kind of rough condition to use it. I was trying to think of something I could put shoes in or something at the door, but it had seen better days, so I didn't pick it up. But they always do catch my eye. I am such a massive sucker for things that are anything to do with France or Paris, any kind of Frenchy thing. I actually have another video on my channel that tells a little bit more about my story of living in France for school. And so these kinds of Paris things always stick out to me and catch my eye. So you should check out that other video if you want to know a little bit more about how I studied French and studied in France. And I found something really cool thrifting that that I share that caught my eye that was special to me because I love France so much. So be sure to check out that video as well. I'll be sure to link it below. It's I think I named it something like Limoges, France or something. So I'll link it below if you're interested in that. But yeah, the Paris stuff always gets me. I just left Karm and Karm stores, and so I want to tell you about their mission, which was very cool, and in a little bit I'll show you what I got. All right, so while it's fresh on my brain, I wanted to tell you about my experience in Karm stores. So I don't know if that's just a Tennessee thing. If you are from Tennessee or you know about that store, please let me know. I've never been to one before, never even heard of one, but I did notice when I was like searching for where I was going to stop in my travels, I noticed there were multiple Karm stores. And so anyway, stopped at this one because it's not too far off the highway, and it's enormous, as you saw. It's just on and on. It's a huge building, and I was impressed with the size of the place. It's very well organized in the sense that like very much in categories, and even like the shoes are by size and like the shirts are by size. And a lot of thrift stores, you're kind of having to dig a little bit more than you would have to at a Karm store, or the Karm stores, at least this one. And I will, for any of the stores that I visited in this video, I will share with you where I was and the address and everything, or like at least the area. So if you want to go to that one, you can find it. But like the places I've been are all in Tennessee. So, but, yeah, the only thing, I mean, there were a few things. One, the prices were higher, and I showed you some as I was shopping. I was a little bit surprised by like I like to buy like a souvenir type thing from when I'm out thrifting, and the shirt I was interested in was $10, and I'm like, it's used and it just says Tennessee and it's orange for the voles or whatever. But I ended up not getting it because I'm like, I just didn't want to pay $10 for a secondhand shirt. You know, that's a little bit high in my opinion. And most everything I picked up I thought was not just a little bit overpriced, but significantly so, compared to other thrift shops that I've been to. And so I don't know, but I will say this, the mission is awesome. Like all through the store, they're playing worship music. I was like finding myself singing out loud, embarrassingly so. It was pretty busy today. But anyway, like the worship music that they play, awesome. And at the end, I found out their mission. So it kind of adjusted my take on the pricing. They help the community, and they, I think they, you know, they have multiple missions, but their main mission is to present Christ to people who are shopping, people who donate, people who volunteer. And then the financing part of it, when I checked out, she said, do you want to round up? I think what I bought was like $15 and some change. She said, would you like to round up? And I rounded up to 16. And she said, by spending $16 at Karm stores, you've paid for around 7 or 8 meals for someone. So you're like, awesome. So I need not be complaining about the pricing that they have here. But I mean, I would even find some items that I'm like, this is something from Home Goods or TJ Maxx or something like that. And the pricing was just maybe a few dollars less. So I feel like when you're out thrifting, you're looking for a bargain. But I also, when I've shared in other videos, some of my motivation for thrifting, it's to save money for my family, to take $1 and make it go farther. But then also it's to keep things out of landfills. Why not use some of these items that are in perfectly good shape? You know, in fact, I will point this out about this. Again, this is just this one I've been to, and maybe the others are similar. Everything was top notch. You're not looking through shoes that are on their last leg. Like, you can tell that the volunteers or whoever's working here, they have a high standard for what they put on the shelf. You know, very few things I thought were in bad shape. Most everything was in really good shape, and even almost new shape. So that's also a difference, you know, why the pricing maybe is what it is, because, you know, I saw, you know, Steve Madden and things like that, but the shoes were basically brand new. And so most everything was like that I picked up. So that's going to affect pricing too, because it's not like something's worn out. But I loved the mission. I love that, you know, what they're going for. And I did find a few items, and I will share my haul with you in a bit. Okay, so I decided that I would go ahead and quickly show you the haul. I'm still on the road, made a quick stop, and I'm realizing, like, some of what I've got my kids are gonna want as soon as I walk in the door. So I thought I better just go ahead and show you. So this is what I got at the store in Tennessee. It was actually in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's the Karm stores. So that's what I just showed you. And again, I will put the link below if you're interested in that specific one, but just wanted you to know where, like where I was. Okay, so I'll show you the few things I got my kids, and then I got one more thing. All right, so I got this for my son to play in the dirt. He's gonna love it. He's got other things similar to this, but Mommy's been out of town, so I thought I'd bring him a little something, and he's gonna love that. And I paid, I think, $2.99, which again, I think that's kind of high. You know, I think that's kind of high for a secondhand toy, you know, plastic toy that's gonna probably not even make it through the whole summer. It's spring now, but and then I got this for my older son, and it includes like a little body wash thing with Batman on it, and then it has this squirt gun thing. I think he'll like it. It's just a little something to say Mommy loves you. And I think I paid, I want to say $3 for this. I don't see the price on it, but I think it was $3. $2.99, which I think is more realistic. I don't know where the tag is, but anyway. So, and it is secondhand. It was at the secondhand shop, but it's all there, and it's new. So I don't know what this would be brand new. If you know one of these bath blasters, Batman. I've not Googled it to find out what it would be new, but didn't pay very much for it. And then this was so sweet, y'all. I think my little girl's gonna love this so much. Oh my gosh, I love it. She's so soft, and she's in perfect brand new condition. And I paid $2, $1.99 for her. But I think she's real cute. She got her little bunny ears on. I just loved her little bunny dress. And she, like I said, she's in like perfect shape. The sad thing is my little girl, Bella, my sweet girl, I can't imagine she's gonna stay this beautiful and clean. But I know that Bella will love her very much. So she's gonna come join us. And Bella already has a little pink blanket that she sleeps with and just adores and calls her blanket. And she has another baby, but I think because this one's soft, she might, we'll see. We'll see if she likes this one more, if she's gonna keep her other one, which either way is fine. And then the last thing I got at Karm stores was something for my dad. This is a record, like a real like record, like for a record player. And it says it's a Billy Graham Crusade, and it's got other singers. George Beverly Shea, grew up listening to that all my life. But it's got Billy Graham on there. And I grew up in North Carolina, and so my dad did some work for them years ago. I was a little girl. I do remember it. I was quite little, but I remember my dad being part of a big project where they moved Billy Graham's home, like the home he grew up in. They moved it. So they had to take it apart and put it back together. And my dad did all that. He was on that team that did that. And my dad's a he's retired now, but he was a carpenter, built homes and remodeled and things like that. And so he was on the team that made that happen. They literally took Billy Graham's home place apart and put it back together. And so it's kind of cool that my dad was part of that. And so when I see something from Billy Graham, I like to, you know, especially a record. My dad has gotten a newer record player in the last couple years. And so you know, he loves that sound. And so I thought he'll appreciate this gift. I think, let me check. I think I paid $4.99 for the record for my dad. I did. It was $4.99. So I don't know what records, I'm not normally purchasing records, so I have no idea what they're going for. But I didn't think that was outrageous. So I got that for my dad. So that's what I got at the Karm stores in Knoxville, Tennessee. And there was so much in there. I could have gone crazy and gotten more stuff, but I figured the pricing of stuff, I guess it was a little bit high. And I did, you know, there wasn't anything like, I need to get this. I need something from this store. So, you know, a few things caught my eye, but this is what I landed on, was these a few things for my kids, and then that record for my dad. I think that he'll really appreciate that. And our oldest son, Graham, is named after Billy Graham. So he has meant a lot to our family and their ministry and stuff. So that's what I got in Knoxville, Tennessee. And thank you for being here for my haul. And I hope that you will stick around and subscribe.